Hello viewers, you're welcome to Exclusive on TVRC. I am your host for today. Olaniun Oluwatobiloba is my name, and I have my co-host here with me.
My name is Abiola Michael. Good to have you viewers. And also we have our lead analyst, who is our guest speaker on today's Exclusive, Dr. Akintunde Somi Vincent. Good to have you, sir.
Today we are going to be talking about a very, very interesting and trending topic. Tubaba, popularly known as Tuface Idibia, and Annie's marital woes. For us to get started, I would like to ask you, Doctor. Let's look at Tuface as a person. What do you think? Who do you think he is as a person?
Well,
what would you have to say?
It's so nice to be here today. At least usually I used to be in friends, maybe one or, but now I'm in the middle of two of you.
Yes.
Which is quite okay. Let's dive in straight up to the question. Tuface is a musical legend in Nigeria, and is not just a household name. That's Tuface. From the recent one among the three plantation boys, the Face, Blackface, and we have the Tuface. So, like I said, it's a musical legend.
Okay, so I would like to ask as well, just to get this topic on the roll. What controversies are currently rocking Tubaba as it stands right now?
Well, the African Queen Corona is recently, on the pages of our papers and virtually everywhere on the social media as a result of this marital woes with Annie. Annie, it's
yeah, I think she's now in Libya now, but I think
it's Makulik now. They used to, I don't know. I want to try to get his son. Her son
before.
Yeah, but the point is, when you look at the saga, one would actually believe that would actually take time before we witness another scenario, but that does not end. Annie and Tuface does not really end there. Not until recently when we heard about that of Natasha, Tuface and Natasha. So it begs the question that could it be as a result of the divorce? No, as a result of this coming together of Natasha and
Tuface, okay,
that led to the divorce
of the separation
with Anne. So there are a lot of questions, one could actually raise.
All right, thank you, Doctor. So now let's talk about Annie's excesses. What can you say about it?
Well, we heard recently that the lady has gone through a lot of, she has been using a lot of hard drugs. And again, even when you look at the story from the very beginning, this is a guy who has got entangled with so many ladies. The first wife, I think he has 3 kids with the first wife. Because another lady again 2 kids, then Honey another 2 kids. The one is Pero. There's one Pero in the scene. There's another lady again with 2 boys. I think Pero has 3 kids, and Annie 2 girls, Olivia and I don't know the other name like that. So what I'm saying is, this guy, this a complete, let me not say complete African man whose second name is polygamy. If you are looking for a picture that would depict polygamy, you don't have to go too far.
Okay.
Just put this guy, on the pages. Just place this guy side by side polygamy, okay. And him coming out not to say he wants to
marry.
And funny enough, I don't know if it's true that the lady is also expecting a baby.
The current
one. So this is a complete. Wow. I wouldn't call him a complete African man.
His own baby.
Yeah, yes, this is not. Go and check the. I don't. Like I said, allegedly. Okay. I don't know how true. Allegedly, okay. They are all there on the pages of what's it called? When you check the social media, they are all there. So, like I said, it should not come as a news to the estranged wife. Or the one that is actually. But the point, what makes the lady's case, different or very, very touchy, so it's because this is a lady that suffered, presumably, with this guy. When the guy apparently happens to be nobody, this lady was right there, and they all grew up together. But the point is, this is a lesson to other ladies out there that change is not something. It's not something that is not it's not people. When somebody has changed, that's not an end in itself. It requires a concurrent effort. Even like knowledge is an open-handed. When you think that okay, this you've been able to capture this guy, and this guy happens to be your all in all, and eventually you stop at that level. You also still need to visit to upgrade yourself, develop yourself, because the man you think is your all in all today, if the man notice that something is draining or something is missing in you, the guy will want to look elsewhere. Like I said, if you're to draw speculations, could we say Tuface chose to depart, separate from Han because of the drug issue of the drugs?
Okay.
Or should we say that what happened to be spicing up their relationship happens not to be there anymore? And now we're told that some ladies were actually championing the fact that the lady had to be taken to rehab. Was the lady really, coming together now, like being entangled with other ladies? Like, that's what we call popular, this kind of my circle.
Okay.
My circle. And
we also
from the circle, that's where you get, you got to see a whole lot of nonsense. Like it is from the circle that, don't forget that even the biblical knowledge that says that evil communication corrupts good manner. Because sometimes you start wondering that people that used to do things together before everything was going smoothly, and all of a sudden something stopped. Something, to every action there's always a reaction, and something all of a sudden stopped. Something must have happened.
Yes.
So what happened that Tuface eventually said, I don't want to have anything to do with Honey anymore? Like I said, if you are going to hold on to your man, it requires a whole lot of work. And if a man is going to hold up, if you are going to, enjoy your woman, like a woman you did not even care for, somebody out there will help you to care for the woman. And you eventually start asking questions that this lady I married, but you married the lady, but it's not marrying. It's not marrying the lady is not enough.
Yes.
Like today is Valentine's Day now. Somebody out there is planning to maybe take your wife somewhere, and you are there. The wife will tell you, where are you taking me to? Said you are behaving like old school. You are saying, why are you talking about Valentine? Why? But somebody out there is already talking to her that, will you be available? Let me take you to see the moon, to see the star. And of course, everybody like adventures.
Yes.
So
yes.
back to the basis of our discussion is that if you look, something over time must have stopped, or if you have to draw speculations, could we say Tuface has his, one leg outside before one leg inside? Because now the relationship between himself and Natasha, I don't think it started overnight. Must have been kind of for a while.
Started building that connection for a while.
Yeah, building a connection.
We have to look at the possibility that there might have actually been an underlying issue initially that might have led her to using drugs.
Okay.
There's a possibility.
Like I said, I draw a picture of, because now if you notice on social media, are they doing it out of love? Those were saying that okay, we are going to take her to the rehab, or even some ladies stepped out recently for Anne. Some ladies in the social media space championing the fact that don't worry, they will oversee the rehab whatsoever. That the lady is back on her feet and everything. But like I said, this is a trying time for the lady. I want to just admonish her to put herself together and be strong for herself and be strong for her children. She has 2 girls already. Maybe I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but I'm not sure. She has 2 kids already for Tuface. So if you have to draw speculations, number one, we are looking at this is a guy who all over across the social media or on a national TV, this guy is always proud of this lady. He's always talking about Anne in a very, in a way that we marveled all and sundry.
He made a song for Anne.
Yes, even the African Queen was dedicated to the lady.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, what happened?
Well, you know what
like I said, don't, even as a woman, don't allow your husband to lose the taste of you. the taste, what your physiognomy, your makeup. Make sure you are always there to spice it up. So as something, like I said, it's not. We need to understand the context of marriage, But sometimes, marriage, I think it should be like a chewing gum. That when you put it in your mouth, sometimes it's going to be very sweet initially, but after some times, the chewing gum will start losing taste. But are you supposed to spit out the chewing gum? In marriage, I don't think it's allowed for you to say you want to spit, you want to just trash it up. You have to keep showing. But in some scenario, most of our guys, and that's what makes most of our guys, when they shoe and they think that it's no longer getting this thing, I will only advise on the basis of when it's becoming abusive. And it's not even divorce. I wouldn't call it divorce.
Okay, so are you suggesting that every African man can actually go into polygamy?
No, that's what we call. I wouldn't want to go into that particular discussion.
Okay.
Because it's going to generate. I don't know. I do have my own personal opinion.
Okay.
Because I have a belief.
Okay.
And in my belief, it is not allowed.
Okay. Your own belief.
My belief, and even if you look at it vividly, those who marry one wife, they cannot. Most of them are still struggling to make sure they maintain one wife. Don't talk of now you want to have 2 or 3 wives.
Okay, so are you against other people's belief?
No, like let's talk about what is really realistic.
Okay,
let's look at our economy.
Let's dive it down to these Tubaba's escapades right now. Right now in him having multiple women. What do you think about it?
Well, I think multiple women, like, what is good for the goose, sometimes they will tell is good for the gander. Okay, can you suggest that a woman should have like 3 or 4 husbands?
I'm not the guest speaker.
Okay, you're not the guest speaker,
yes.
But your guest is as good as mine. Like I said, if you look at it very well, some will tell you that if you, like the Muslim religion will tell you that if you have the capacity to take care of 3 or 4 ladies, why not?
Based
you can dive into it. System. That's the belief system. But I want to be. Let's be real.
Okay.
Let's be real. In this kind of economy, how many can conveniently take care of 3 or 4 wives? In this kind of economy,
obviously, sir, I believe that we have some set of people that can conveniently.
We have people that have the capacity, but let me tell you, it goes beyond money.
Okay.
It goes. What about the stress? Trying to bring the family together. We have some people that it is through this polygamy that they eventually, lost their lives through polygamy. So we're looking at it if it's actually right or wrong to have more than 2 or 3 wives. I said in today's reality in Nigeria, I don't think it's advisable because of the economic situation in this country, and not just the economic situation alone. It comes with a whole lot of responsibility. Blending the families together from the first wife to second wife to third wives. Even you yourself, you've not been able to blend yourself. You've not been able to blend yourself with your own nuclear family, with your own kids. Not all of you trying to blend yourself with a larger family. So, like I said, polygamy, well, it has been the way of our forefathers, and there are reasons for that. When they used to, encourage this farming system, where they have to make do with so many people on the farms.
Farming.
Yeah, where they have to make do with people on the farms. So, but now, how many people want to go? Why do you want to? What are your reasons, or what is the reason for you to wanting to go into what we call polygamy, to polygamous? So like I said, it's possible people may want to have 3 or 4 wives, but to what end? To whose detriment? Even the kids, sometimes you see them, the first wife kids not playing with the second wife kids, not playing with and when something happened to the man, eventually all of them want to gather to come and do it, maybe the bearer of whatsoever. You see a whole lot of fracas. This one want to do this one want to do that, this one is saying no, you cannot do it. Before you know it, and there'll be a lot of competition, unhealthy competition.
They will fight over inheritance.
Unhealthy rivalry. You see this one doing juju to this one doing a man of shams to this one. So it's very difficult. Like I said,
it has its own pros and cons.
Like I said, those who are engaging in it now may just be flowing and be thinking they are, but it has a ripple effect, a very, very terrible backlash in the long run.
Yes. Wow. Like I said, it has its own pros and cons. And let's not try as much as possible to paint it as a very bad side. For example, now we have the kings that has multiple wives and they are living fine. Do you understand? For example, the Oni of Ife doesn't have a single wife; he has multiple wives. Do you get?
But how sure are you that there's no underlying issue?
Well,
What exactly
well, let's take a look at. You just made mention of a monarch.
Yes.
Even in the palace, you notice that even the relationship the existed. I mean, the one that exists between the wives, you can always view it to be a kind of this issue of cat and rat.
There's always rivalry.
So a needy rivalry will always be there. So the best is, there is this kind of mindset. This belongs to me. This does not belong to you. We always be there. It's like you saying this is a car. This is our car. The way you will take care of the car will be different from this person. Your perception of the car will be different. Will be different from your perception of the car. But this is your car. This is your property. It's quite different. This is my man. This is our man. It's another kettle of fish entirely. Okay. I'm the first wife. You came. I mean, you coming into this house is more or less like something very shady and everything.
Yeah.
We always be there. He only married out of desperation because I wasn't around. That's why he married. We always be there. There will always be favorite.
Almost all the time.
And when there's favorite, then you notice that some will know how to do, some will not know how to do. Before you know it, everything becomes a chaos. And if it's beyond your capacity, eventually people will start talking about separation. That's why you see a king ended up marrying series of ladies. Is this one with the current king? No, she's no longer there. This one with the king is no longer there. Is this one with the king? It's no longer there. But when something eventually happened to the king, you see the kids coming together, you see the wife coming together, I mean, they are different tents. And before you know it, it becomes a kind of this one is spending a lot of money, this one is this one is richer, this one is not rich, this one is all manner of unhealthy rivalry, competition here and there.
Yes.
All right.
And the man that is supposed to sleep, that is supposed to rest peacefully, will not becoming a man that is not that is turning in his grave or living his shadow in his grave.
Well, thank you so much for that addition, Doctor. Just to finalize this session, I would like to ask because I want you to kindly elaborate back to the issue of Tubaba's his marital woes with of course his estranged wife. I want you to elaborate on the basis of Tubaba on the basis of equity, fairness, and justice.
But when you talk about justice, what he has actually done over time, is it justified? So in my opinion, I think it has its own it's like a coin. Number one, if you're saying this lady, she has engaged, or she's a drug user, she's using drugs and here and there. What is the right thing to do? The right thing to do, is it to dump her? Is that the right thing to do? Your guess is as good as mine. I think at that moment, that was when she even needed, that was when she even, like a friend in need is a friend indeed. That's the best time for you to put yourself together, see how you can help her, see how you can
be there for her,
take her to rehab. That's number one. But number two, another one is just to know if this guy is actually justified to have done what he did recently, is to the fact that when was he left? I mean, they separated when? He got engaged with this new lady when? Look at the time frame.
Close.
Too soon. It's just too close. So it's not justified in that regard. When you talk about equity, okay, that a man would do the same, and a woman and everything, you see, like I said, in the love calculation, they say 1 + 1 = 1. So if you say that the woman has a capacity to go away, and he has done what he wants to, he has actually abandoned and everything like that. Like I said, this is the right time for the lady to put, because in the faces of all Nigerians, it is believed that this guy has not acted fairly to the lady. But even when you look at the antecedent, people are not even talking about the antecedent anymore. How the lady will want to stop Tuface from visiting other children. How the lady wants to win Tuface to herself alone. How the lady wants Tuface to just to cut Tuface up from the family, from his own family, from Tuface family. No wanting to just put build a hedge around the guy and himself. People are not even talking about it anymore, but people are looking at the lady's head, number one. looking at this, the new ladies,
yes,
the new lady in question.
How they got together, yes.
So, like I said, Adam being, as they announced the separation, he allowed he allowed himself to heal up from it, and eventually, either in the future, and he plans to, to wanting to engage with anybody, that would have been another difference. That would have been a different story entirely. But take a look at even the speculation. Even this lady, when you draw the speculation, fingers would be, people will point accusing fingers to this lady to be among the reason why the guy eventually dumped the estranged wife. So, on the basis of equity, justice, and fairness, has this guy acted fair to the lady? In my this thing, considering the fact that, considering the unfolding, the recent story of how he got himself engaged with that Natasha lady, that lady, and what's it called, and proposing to her, wanting to do all this, visiting the House of Assembly because of the lady. Picking from that, and again what's it called, not wanting to be there, not being there for the lady, irrespective of what the lady must have even done, when the lady needed some medication to be, to get a medication, and not being there for her. I think putting the two together, I don't think he has acted fairly to the lady. If we were to look at the antecedent of the lady, their past relationship, on how the lady has built a kind of a big hedge around himself and not wanting to, that one easily could be trashed or could be settled. They can always come to an understanding that, see, okay, even if the guy has actually returned back to his all those first wife and second wife, that would have even been very simple, very easy. That perhaps Tuface is single, but not even the first wife, not even the second wife. I mean, not even the first or the third wife or whichever category, but a new wife. No, we have how many in the picture now? 4 in the picture. That's the one that is the known one. 4. What about the unknown one? So, like I said, when you look at the base of justice, equity, and fairness, I don't think he has acted fairly. He has acted fair to the lady.
Wow! Thank you so much, Doctor, for doing justice to this particular session today. There you have it, viewers, and exclusive on TVRC. I remain your humble host, Olaniun Oluwatobiloba. My co-host here with me,
Abiola Michael.
Thank you, Doctor, so much for honoring our invitation today to be here. We really appreciate that.
You greatly.
Yeah, and we hope to see you once again. So, there you have it, viewers. Take care.
Bye for
Till
now.
next time.